Geer ain't backing down. That's what I want to see. Let's go. So 90% of this chapter was mainly just action. Natsu and Gray thinking they're doing something big to Geer, but Geer has that endurance. And it's almost as if he still wasn't really going necessarily serious, or he was just letting them think they can do something because they were pretty much fucking him up, but it didn't do anything to him. So it was kind of like, I don't know, maybe they got the speed to get a couple blows in on him, but it's not doing anything to him. So Geer's endurance and Geer just overall is still living it up. I'm still like, okay, Geer, even though they were giving you some blows, since it didn't do shit to you, I'm still team Geer right now. We find out a little bit more about the one magic that pretty much, it was the first magic. It began everything, and everything that came after that came after the one magic, and pretty much curses came out of that as well. Now, again, I wonder what the one magic really is, and don't tell me love, because I remember when Lucy said that, I really hope she was just simplifying it, and there's a lot more deeper than that, because no. It was basically describing a little bit more about the curses and where they come from, the nature of, you know, people's anger, envy, and things like that. So it's kind of going into the typical, like, you know, lust, envy, and those type of feelings and whatnot. But in the end, Geer pulling out one of his ultimate moves, and it's like, it's interesting that up until now, or up until a few chapters ago when we found out that the whole reason for Tartarus is to take down Zeref, and now, like, with, you know, chapters like this and the way he was describing it, it's almost as if everything that they do is so that they could get to Zeref, to kill Zeref. They have a just cause, if you really think about it, because Zeref's ultimate wish is to die, and they're doing everything they possibly can to kill him. And I'm just wondering at this point, what the hell is E.N.D? Is it truly Natsu in combination with something else? What the hell is it? Because at the end of the day, Geer at this chapter was talking about, with this curse and E.N.D will finally be able to kill Zeref. So, like, what the hell could it possibly be? And in all honesty, not much to say. It was an action-packed chapter. Geer still holding his own. At the end, it was kind of like on a cliffhanger. Let's be real here. Natsu and Gray aren't going to be dead. But I do expect for them to be heavily injured. I do not expect for them to get up and be like, that was, you know, something, and just start laughing. That if that happens, then that's going to take away from the severity of this curse. So, hopefully Natsu and Gray, if they're, obviously, you know, it's fairy tale, let's be real there. The main characters especially aren't going to be dead, but I do expect for them to be heavily injured after that attack and possibly not able to move too much. So either they got to rely on Makarov and whatever he's doing with Lumen Histore or something like that, because if they get up and they just like, oh, we're ready to go again, that's going to be bullshit. But it was a good chapter for the most part. Geer showcasing that he's a beast, using that technique at the end. And the thing about it is, though, if this was his ultimate technique and he was using it to basically kill Zeref, if he doesn't kill them, then it's really not going to work on Zeref. I mean, if you can't kill Natsu and Gray, which I still think Zeref is leagues above them, how the fuck were you planning on killing Zeref? Although he did say that curse in combination with E.N.D, so maybe it's not as strong as his ultimate plan is unless he has E.N.D with it. Either that or somebody came at the last minute and rescued Natsu and Gray. Who the fuck knows? Maybe Zeref came at the last minute and moved both of them out of there because he really wants Natsu to stay alive so Natsu can be the one to kill him. So yeah, very simple chapter. Enjoyable for the most part. Little kick-ass action. Giving this one a 7 out of 10. Good stuff. But let's be real here. As cool as it would be if like one of them died or something, neither one of them are dead. They're probably injured, or somebody rescued them, or they used something to get out at the last given second. But let me know what you thought of this chapter. What do you think about finding out a little bit more about the one magic? What do you think about Geer? I'm glad that he's not, like, they're hitting him, but it ain't doing nothing, so it doesn't really matter the fact that they're getting some blows in on him. And what do you think is exactly going to happen to Natsu and Gray? Like, in all honesty, let's be real. There's no death, but do you think they're going to be injured? Did somebody rescue them? Did they use a technique to evade it? And you're what thoughts of the chapter. Good stuff. So that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoy the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.